everything absurd around. It was a lovely day on the island of New Florida, and the trains were being really useful with their passengers. Christina was picking up her commuters to get to Wunsinghaf. Everyone was on board, and Christina puffed out of the station in reverse with her cab car. She arrived at Wunsinghaf on time. Mr. Cakester arrived. A jet engine has to be delivered to the international airport today, he said. Christina, I'd like you to go and pick it up. And on it, sir, Christina said, and she puffed out of the station. She buffered up to the jet engine, but before she knew it, she pulled too violently and the switch got flung back, and then she was rocketing up the track. Wow! Wailed Christina. She was rocketing out of control. She cried. She was so terrified. She wasn't watching where she was going. She sped by a passenger train at high speed. She would not stop speeding. I can't stop, moaned Christina. I have to stop. Uncouple the jet engine so you can slow down, said her driver. The driver uncoupled the jet engine. And then she almost crashed into Treva. Oh no! Cried Treva, there's a jet engine in the way! It was too late! The jet engine was catapulted into mid-air! Blew off like a rocket! It was flying! There were no astronauts on board, so it couldn't go into space! It was mid-air! It happened. The jet engine was destroyed. Treva was engulfed in steam and she was covered in jet fuel. Get out of here, said Treva. She was engulfed in lots of smoke. It was the most unexpected of all. Then, I'm here to save the day, said the big orange engine. Are you Anka? Asked Christina. You are, I am Anka, she said. And I'm Treva, and I'm a preschool engine. I am Anka, said the orange engine. Let me help out. So Anka buffered up to the train and she and Christina puffed with all their might and multiple unit cables And at last they pulled Triva back onto the tracks. "Thank you a lot," said Triva. Anka was new. She was bright orange, and she was very smart. Triva was back on the rails, but her bumper was damaged. So Anka brought Triva and the new jet engine to the airport and Triva to her destination. And Christina pushed Triva's train to the refinery. The load was intact, and Christina didn't give up. Anka was new, and she had witnessed the whole thing that had happened. She arrived at the refinery on time. Then she had to collect her passenger train. The passengers were on board in West Oakwood, and then Christina made her way to the end of the line. It was fun going in both directions and being bidirectional. It would eliminate turning around. But Christina didn't know that. She was feeling pleased with herself. She was being helpful and useful. She arrived at Union Station where she saw Sasha and told her all about the new engine. "I've heard of Anka before," Sasha said. "I saw her this morning when she was pulling diapers." "I saw her first," said Christina. "She sounds brand new." Sasha shunted her coaches into place, and she puffed out of the station. Everyone was on board and Sasha made her way out. Anka pulled up with Mr. Cakester. He had an important job. "The jet engine has been delivered," he said. "The workman fixed it and put a new nozzle in. Now, Christina, you can take people on their field trip." Christina buffered up to her train, and then she saw Camille. And then Camille and Anka made their way along the northeast corridor. The train was long, but Anka and Camille carried on. Meanwhile, Christina had dropped off the high schoolers at her station, and she made her way up the hill. She left North Flatport on time. When Christina came up the hill, there was a strange and annoying snapping sound. What was that? Did I burst my safety valve? Her driver looked in horror. Her tender had come loose. Then she stopped. Then the train started to roll with her tender. "Your tender drawbar is broken, young woman," she said. And then they watched the runaway train roll down the hill. It went faster and faster, and the passengers were terrified. "Oh no!" they cried. "We can't stop!" The train was out of control. It clattered down the line. Anka and Camille were waiting at the bottom when they saw the train roll by. "Oh my goodness!" gasped Anka. "Let's go save it!" And then the train rolled down the hill. "We've gotta catch it! We must!" said Anka. "We must!" said Camille. It was a runaway, and they were out. Then there was a handcar up ahead, and then a man was walking on it. But he didn't know about the runaway train, and he got off safely. The handcar was smashed. The train went faster and faster. It went down the line, and ahead was a switcher engine and a siding. The cab car didn't see it. The passengers braced for impact after applying the emergency brakes, but it was too late. When Anka saw what had happened, she was shocked. Christina's tender drawbar was broken and the engine was caught in someone's house. The people on the train survived, and then the old signpost fitted right into Christina's tender and it rejoined her. And then Anka and Camille pulled the engine back onto the rails. It was completely obliterated. The light was smashed as well, and it was all done, and it was totaled. Later that day, Mr. Cakester was happy. "Welcome to the New Florida Preschool Railroad, Anka," Mr. Cakester said. "Great job rescuing that locomotive." "Thank you, sir," said Anka. "We'll do a good job," said Camille. "Of course we will," said Christina. Anka now has her own dedicated preschool line, which is called the Anka Line. It runs along the highway, and it continues all the way down to the station.